Aquarian Pools and Spas. If you can dream it, they can build it. More than 50 years in business. Start your dream pool today. Aquarian Pools and Spas. 803-732-3636.
You look back at last year's draft, Tyler, and the way the quarterbacks were set up. It's been a weird year for quarterbacks, by the way, because you think about what was going out last year, going to the draft, and you think about what was being promoted for the draft this year in terms of quarterbacks. Some were saying Lenore Sellers to the Jets in a top pick. Some were saying Cade Klubnik as a top pick to somewhere. Obviously, there was a lot of build-up for a couple other guys. You know who there was no build-up for? Fernando Mendoza.
There was a little bit of like, this guy's got the mechanics to be an NFL quarterback, but certainly nobody was like, oh, this guy can be a first rounder. And certainly didn't see what he was didn't have the projections of what he was going to do once he got to Indiana. But I think like the profile of what he was when he was at Cal was like, oh yeah, this guy is projected to be an NFL quarterback after this upcoming year. But nobody could have seen coming what we saw where he projects rockets himself to being the number one overall pick. And that was the interesting thing about last year's draft, where it was like, this is kind of a dead quarterback draft. Next year though, next year when you're going to get your guys, Arch Manning, Lenore Sellers, Cade Klubnik, whoever.
Was Drew Aller in there?
Drew Aller was in there as well. Garrett Nussmeier. Again, we can go on, and you can look at different, draft projections on who had what going where and all that kind of stuff. But this was supposed to be a heavy first round for quarterbacks, and there's a very good likelihood we might only get a one, maybe two, if Ty Simpson creeps into the back half of the first round tomorrow night.
I was going to say, that second quarterback to me is wildly questionable. What do you have from last year?
Yeah, so again, I'm looking at a couple different things here, and looking at Jordan Reed, who has a 7-round mock draft out for tomorrow night on ESPN. Just his draft alone at this time a year ago, a little past this time a year ago, Klubnik was 1, Sellers was 4, Nussmeier was 7, and Drew Aller was 8th overall. He had 4 quarterbacks going in the first 8 picks of last year's draft. And again, Mendoza is the only guarantee in the first round now.
One of the things that is going to become very popular over the next few weeks is the true march, if you will, Tyler, toward either a 16, staying at 16, going to 20, going to 24 playoff environment for college football after 2026. And Tyler, it looks like the people against it, the SEC, the coaches are now starting to come around and be like, actually, this might be the way to go since we're going to play 9 conference games and a Power 4 game. Appears that you guys are onto something. How about we go ahead and roll with this 24 idea?
Yeah, it's gaining steam more and more. And I was reading yesterday from Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports that there is a presidential committee that the White House has appointed, which does feature the commissioners of all the major conferences, Pete Bavacqua, the athletic director at Notre Dame, a lot of big names in college football, as well as people in and around the sport, that it seems to be, with the exception of Greg Sankey, everybody else is in on the 2014 model as well. It's important to remember, though, the Big Ten and the SEC have the final say. They have to agree at some point. And again, Greg Sankey has dug his heels in at this point, saying, no, we think 16 is the way to go. Don't want to go past that. But if there is continued growing support from his universities, coaches, presidents, ADs, and all that kind of stuff, that could change their mind, because again, the Big Ten and the SEC hold the power.
Tyler Reddick apparently has got some kind of car that we've never heard of. He's an alien. It's the only thing to describe. He's got next-gen technology that's we're not prepared for.
5 out of the first 9. And here's the thing, like Sunday, he didn't even have the best car and won. And that's scary. When a guy that's already on a heater can win races that he's probably not supposed to win, that's dangerous for the rest of the field.
I agree with you. And we've all taken him, right? Have we all?
Let me check. I know I took him at the first race he didn't win this season.
Yeah, you jinxed him.
That one went the other way. I think, let me check my NASCAR picks here. I think Doug's also taking him as I pull it up. Let's see. And Bill.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, Bill, you're the one that has not taken him yet.
Okay, all right, good. So apparently I'm waiting until he completely falls off the map to then have a chance to take him. I was just looking. We've all taken Kyle Larson. Where did Larson finish this week?
Larson's second. So he's still knocking on the door of his first win of the season.
Okay, he was second?
He was second. So you win the picks. So congratulations. You got a whopping 3 points, which...
Tied Doug.
Let's see. I got to check where everybody else finished. But
yeah,
you'll at least be in second.
Okay.
Because I can't earn any more than 2.
Okay. All right, there you go. There's our NASCAR Survivor Picks update, and we'll have Doug Turnbull on tomorrow to discuss that a little bit more in depth and at length as to the NASCAR boys for the weekend.